Good morning, everyone. Ace is back, and today I'm going to be looking at the 1.5 Gundam. Now, this thing is from the Gundam 00 line, but a side story. It's not the actual one, and I mean, as you can tell, this is going to be very, very similar to the Reborn's Gundam that we have at the end of the anime. But you know, it has some slight differences. The biggest ones being the backpack itself. The backpack is nothing like the one that we had at the end of the anime. I like the way this looks a lot better. You know, the color scheme I think is pretty nice. I believe the backpack is a lot sleeker. It's a lot nicer. So this is going to be a better Gundam overall. Got some very interesting box art. So this part of the box actually shows you what the Gundam is going to look like from the front and the back. Tells you a little bit about the pilot, and it does resemble Ribbons a little bit. Maybe it's got slightly different characteristics because it's a side story, but you know, it does look very similar to the guy. I wish I could read Japanese so I'd be able to tell you, but the English part here says Li Frisita Tivo. Yep, my accent sucks. But, you know, it might not be Ribbons unless he's got a different name in this side story. Oh well. So it's pretty cool. Sells for 1,800 yen, which is about $20 US. I got it for sale. I'm lucky. The high grade line. And here, this side of the box shows you a couple of different poses. Now the biggest functionality for this guy is obviously the backpack and how you can maneuver it around. I mean, over here you can see it looks a little bit like the F91 where you can bring it out. Over here they kind of spread out like the Strike Freedom. Here you've got a bunch of other shoulder cannons that come out. I mean, there's a lot of Gundams that have that feature. You know, and it does look very maneuverable, very flexible. It looks to be a pretty nice one. And here we actually have a picture of the Gundam itself and how it would look like right out of the box. I don't think there's any painting done, because if you look at the shield over here, you've got just one big purple block over there. But when you look at on this side over here, you can see there's white, there's lining and all that. So this is how the Gundam's gonna look right out of the box once you put it together. And you know, honestly, it's not that bad. And these two pictures here, I believe, are showing you what the Gundam, or how much the Gundam can improve if you put a little lining in or you put a little stickers in. And I believe it's also showing you that you've got two different stickers. So for both the eyes and the camera, you've got green and you've got red. So maybe this has got something to do with the actual anime itself. Okay, so if we get it open, we're gonna get the C-plate. Basically, you got parts for the leg, and you know, here are the shoulder pieces, here's some for the arms. Basically the armor pieces that you have, and they're two identical. You also get a very nice purple plate, which is the F plate, and this is, again, it's mainly for the armor. You've got all these pieces here for the backpack, and some, you know, bits and bobs. Like here you've got these ones, I'm sure are going to be for the ankles. This is parts of the feet. These are also either the ankles or the shoulders. Then you also have a number of gray pieces. These are obviously for the guns. And then you've got the hand and manipulator pieces. You also have bits and pieces, you know, for the connector joints and the knee joints and all that kind of things. You also have a number of thrusters, which is also going to not be nice. They're a bit gray, so you will have to paint them to get all the colors out. Finally, you get the A plate. Yeah, it's not bad again. You've got three colors. You've got the gray, you've got the white, you've got the purple, and you've got some clear pieces. These clear pieces are going to be for either the sides of the head or the legs. You've got the white piece for the shield and the purple piece for the shield as well. And yes, you are going to have to paint it from the inside if you want it to look like the cover. You've got the skirts, and you've got a nice sticker piece as well. I mean, if you look at it, if it stops moving, you've got a lot of stickers. For the sides of the head, you've got for the chest piece, this is for the vents on the chest. You've got both the green and the red for the head in terms of the eyes and the camera pieces. So you get a lot of stickers. And finally, you get the instruction manual. So you've got some excellent artwork that's coming out of over here. Here's the front page. So on the inside you get to see a lot of different poses and how you can pose the Gundam. Some excellent artwork going on here as well. You get a little bit of the flashback in terms of what are the other Gundams and what's possible. Here's a Reborn's Gundam. And then the actual instruction sheet itself. And as you can see, it's got a lot of instructions. A lot more than the normal high grade. Like, I mean, if you remember the instruction sheet that we had for the Nobel Gundam, which was like almost 2 pages. That's it. This one really has a lot more parts and a lot of instructions, which is good. And here you actually get information on the side story. Again, I do wish I could read Japanese and learn about the pilot and the side story, and you know, this doesn't give you the whole story, but obviously it gives you a little bit of an idea of what was happening. And here is what I was mentioning. So if you remember, you got the gun cannon type Gundam at the back, and you've got this Gundam. So I'm sure these two somehow connected to give you the Reborn's Gundam in the end. And it also gives you the color palette. So if you do want to end up painting this, it does give you an idea of what colors that you need. Alright, that's for the unboxing. Let's get building.